Hi, I'm Michael O'Neill and this is the second assignment for EDC1200. In the late 1800s, Samuel O'Reilly patented the first electric tattooing machine, which meant the average person could afford a tattoo. By the early 1900s, the credibility of tattooing was lost and tattooists worked the sleazier sections of town. As time went on though, social perceptions of tattoos have changed and having a tattoo is now more popular and accepted than it has ever been. This is possibly the case because there are many sports stars bearing them, with the likes of David Beckham, a well-known soccer player, Dane Swan, a Collingwood AFL player, and Todd Carney, an NRL footballer. Tattoos once signified people as gang members, juvenile delinquents, or as criminals, and many gangs still continue to tattoo their gang name or symbol to signify themselves as part of a street gang or prison gang. And it's these tattoos that represent specific beliefs or gang affiliations, and sometimes they represent acts of violence and murder, like the teardrop tattoo. So are these tattoos then affiliated with all people in society with tattoos, therefore making them undesirable markers of difference? Or is this view just held of young adults with tattoos? Young adults are so often portrayed in the media that they are rebellious and socially irresponsible. And having tattoos puts a further emphasis on this person's difference, even though they are only expressing their beliefs and love of art on their sleeve. It is important to note that tattoos do not necessarily have negative meanings. Ritual and tradition have been common and constant factors in tattooing, with many adopting their own styles and for various reasons, like the Polynesian Moko tattoo, which is one of the most recognisable cultural tattoos. Broadly tipped to be awarded the fairest and the best last year, Dane Swan, in many supporters' eyes, should have been awarded the Brownlow Medal. Why then do so many believe that it is Swan's tattoos that keep him out of favour with the umps? So how can we address this issue? We must understand how our beliefs impact on how we are viewed in society, and recognise the types of pressures young adults already undergo. And for people like Dane Swan, their difference, as in the way they look, with tattoos all over their body, shouldn't result in them being treated differently. This brings me to part 2 of the assignment. The following teaching strategies are aimed at the senior years of 11 to 12 and have been aligned with the health and physical education curriculum. They have been designed to give students an understanding about how the notions of difference in people can affect your holistic health. Before commencing the unit, it is important that the students have a basic understanding of the various aspects that can reflect one's personality. This can be done by having the students participate in a self-disclosure exercise by asking questions about how well they know themselves. Why ask these questions? Because relationships are a part of life, both your personal and professional life. You can also discuss how being open with others carries risks, that familiarity breeds contempt, but to build a meaningful relationship, you have to disclose yourself and take the risk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Teachers are in a position to address issues of difference and help students break down the stereotypical views of people by providing lessons that broaden their understanding of difference. By asking the students to draw a typical tattooed person from which a deconstruction of the stereotypes that inform their drawing might happen. This can be done with simple but effective questions. The students could then work up a debate for or against tattoos and whether these may have affected the umpire's decisions, in the case of Dane Swan, not to award points to him for the Brownlow medal. This is done to teach students to value difference, whilst ensuring they have a strong understanding of social perceptions and how these can impact on their holistic health. This can be done by outlining the socio-environmental approach to health, by recognising the social detriments outside the control of the individual. These include their socio-economic status, levels of education, geographic location, culture, and religion. These factors can contribute to determining the health of individuals and communities, hence the name, social detriments of health. The main assessment piece for this unit is an exploration of personal health, with a particular emphasis on the student's social, emotional, and mental health. It will involve them exploring each of the dimensions from a personal perspective and embark on a 6-week action plan to improve this element. Teachers could also signify to students the various aspects that affect one's identity, so students learn not to categorise and classify those we encounter in life, but also understand where such classifications come from. This is done so students learn not to judge people on their looks and personal attributes, and to understand the various aspects within which identity formation occurs. That concludes my presentation. So remember, allow difference in people to exist, because there is nothing wrong with it.